Alright, this video will explain the setup for the D177 titration. To start, you should always verify that your Cooper Gun selective electrode is clean. So this should be rinsed with the ionized water. Then you'll want to polish it using aluminum oxide powder. This takes a small amount of powder. And then water to create a paste. You should not use force. You should let the weight of the probe be the only force when polishing. So you want to gently polish this to clean the surface of the electrode and then rinse it off, making sure that you rinse off any of the aluminum oxide powder that's stuck to the probe. At this point, you will turn the sleeve until the filling hole is open to the air. This should be open during the titration. You'll also want to check your solution level to make sure that it is full, and in this case it's almost to the filling hole, so it's fine. So the probe is ready to use. We'll place it in the titration stand. Next, you would want to select the program on your auto titrator. To start with, if the auto titrator is turned off, the power button is here. If you're not on the home screen, then you can select the home button. The methods tab is at the top. You'll select this, scroll all the way to the bottom to the D177 titration and select it. Click the start button and you'll see the method D177, one sample, and the sample size is listed as 0, so select that. You can enter your sample size here after weighing out your sample. To prepare your sample, you'll need a 120 ml titration cup. Place it on a balance. Tear the balance. Using a dropper, add between 4.4 and 4.6 grams of your D177 product. Close the door. Once you have a stable reading, enter that into your auto titrator. 4.4, 572. Hit OK. And you can add 25 mils of water. You can do this with a graduated cylinder or an auto pipetter. This auto pipetter is set to 10 mils. So we've added 20. And I have a 5 mil auto pipetter, so I'll add the final 5. Following along with the SOP, we'll now add 10 mils of our 20% triethanolamine solution. Again, I'm going to use an auto pipetter. 30 mils of your ammonium thiocyanate solution. First we'll verify that we have our copper sulfate solution and that the flask is full. If the titrator has not been used recently, you should also manually dispense some of the titrant in order to verify that there are no air bubbles. That procedure will be discussed in a separate video. I'll place the titration cup on the apparatus now. There are two pieces to the holder, the actual holder and a spacer. Place your cup on top of the spacer. Screw the lid down. Verify that your weight is listed and then click start. This will ask you to add the sample, which we've already done. Click OK and the titration will start. If you hear any noises like this, you can adjust the cup to verify that the stir is not impeded. And as the titration starts, the fluid should start to turn blue. So your titration results will be displayed here. At the end of the titration, the results screen will appear and give you the % EDTMP.